How do you spell your middle name again? Yeah. Cause why the fuck are you playing with me? Like, don't do that. Hey y'all, sorry it's been like 2 weeks. Thank you for all the views and new followers that I'm getting. And some girl comment was like, oh, you were on my For You page. What? No, so I was just like, what? Oh my gosh. So thank you all, I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna just get right into it. So we're gonna continue the stories of the random guy I dated. I don't know what part this is, but now let's get into like August-ish of 2022. So this was around the time I got a new car, because I was in a car accident, which was like traumatic as fuck. So like I said, when I had first moved back to Kansas, sorry, I was on and off of dating apps just because like there's this one guy I matched with, and we had the same name, but his was spelled with the Y, and I thought that was funny. But like we would, like, I would match people and like we would never even talk, because you know on Bumble you have to message first. I don't know, like I match with all these guys and I think magically that they're supposed to message me first, but I don't know. So I got banned on Bumble like 3 times and I can't even make a new account because I guess they recognize my face or something when you have to do like the face verify, whatever. So yeah, I can't make no more accounts on Bumble. But me and this guy matched on 2 of my accounts that I had, and I was like, damn, we matched like twice, like I might as well message him. So we started talking and he's actually cool as fuck, and I think we started talking on Snap. We started talking and I think we linked for the first time after like a couple weeks. I really don't remember. And he had came over and we had watched 85 South show, and we didn't do anything immediately. He came over once, and then I think the first time I went over to his place, he actually took me to see a movie, which is like that Woman King movie, which is good as the fuck. And then after we went to his place, and like we were just talking, I don't know, and it wasn't on like, I don't remember if it was on like relationship stuff, but we were talking, texting every day, whatever. Things with him, mind you, he's like 6 foot, like 6'8". I don't know, he's tall as hell. He's big as hell. Like he's like Shaquille O'Neal but 6'8". Like he's huge. And I'm like 5'1". He was literally 3 of me. But he wasn't like out of shape looking, like he was just big, like, you know. I was just like, oh my god, like I actually have to look up. But yeah. He was my favorite little yeah, I guess you could say, even though he did me wrong. Let's say things were going on for like a month. I really don't remember. The way things ended with him was that I remember like he went a whole day without messaging me, and I was like, okay, if you go a whole day, go eternity without messaging me, you know what I'm saying? I was like kind of mad because I was like, he didn't hit me up all day, like what the fuck. And so well, I don't want to say it was like a whole day. I want to say it was like 13 hours, 42 minutes, and 27 seconds, but who's counting? Then he finally messages me at like 7 p.m. And it's funny because I remember exactly where I was. I was walking my dog in this park, and every time I pass this area in the park, that's all I think about is when he when he messaged me. But he messaged me, he was like, hey, with like 40,000 exclamation marks, and I'm like, mind you, he's one of those cool, laid-back, nonchalant guys. Like, I don't know if y'all seen that TikTok of that guy that was like nonchalant guys when you throw them a surprise party. He was like, type shit. He's chill like that. So for him to be like, hey, with all those exclamation marks, I was like, just say you fuck somebody. Like, just say it. But I was just like, that was a dead giveaway. Like, and so, also, I have like another story related to him, but I'm gonna do that in my story time when I talk about the job that was like the token black girl. So I'm gonna say that for later. But so I was like, oh, you gonna go a whole day without talking to me? Well, I'm gonna go 3. And I did. So I went 3 days without messaging him back. And then I think I sent him a picture of Tommy on like Snapchat, and he ignored it. So I said something like funny, but I don't remember what I said, and he just like gave me a dry ass response. So I was just like, okay, things are weird now, so I'm gonna assume things are not. But I don't know, somehow we started talking again to where I went over there. I'm thinking things are cool, I guess, I don't know. But even after I went over there and like went home, we still barely texted. And then literally like a day or 2 after, why did he post himself on a date with a girl? Like, he took a picture of her backside. She's wearing a red dress and she had locks, and I was like, damn, he got a bitch with locks. I'm out of here. I were on a date when we went to the movies and shit. He posted that he's at the movies, but he didn't post me. But for you to post a whole girl, you posted a whole girl on your snap. So I was just like, damn, okay. So that really hurt my feelings, and I was just like, he was probably fucking her that night. He texted me, hey, Stink, why would you do that? Like, I thought we was locked in. Yeah, that shit hurt my fucking feelings. And I think he hit me up too, like a couple weeks later, and then I basically was like, that was so fucked up how you posted a girl, da da da. He's like, damn, I'm sorry. And I was like, so that was 2022. So we had it linked again last year around September-ish, and then he like unadded me on Snapchat, and then I was like, okay. So then I like, because you know, like now if someone unadds you, there's the X by their name. So I was just like, damn, okay, that was random. So I like X'd him or whatever, and then like the next week he adds me again. And then he also, like, his business page, I know his business page name, and he be like stalking my page on TikTok. I don't know what it is on my old links in TikTok, but they love stalking my page. Like, but if you watching me, I don't know, you might can spin the block, but I don't know. Oh yeah, and then I remember he had the nerve to say to me around September, the last time we linked, because we talked for like a little bit. He was like, oh, find God so I can marry you. And I think I said that in one of my old, like my previous YouTube videos, that he said that to me, and I was just like, no, that was him. We have the same name, and I'm only not saying his name because I wonder who even knows my real name. So okay, so then after him, I started dabbling in my pasta and lobster, because I was just like, I never dated a white guy before, so let's try it. Fuck it. So I matched with this one white guy, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember his name. Oh, in my last video when I couldn't remember that Asian guy's name, his name is Anthony. I remember him because why the fuck randomly he views my Snap story after I like magically did a story time about him. So I was like, oh, that's his name. So yeah, his name's Anthony. We're gonna talk about my first white guy that I ever dated, and he was annoying as fuck. Him and I matched on Bumble again, and he seemed cool. Like, he's pretty laid back. I say it about everyone, he seemed cool, type shit. You know, we're talking, and then he decides to link me, and I think what attracted me to him was his humor, because he had like a dry humor, which I like. So yeah, so our first date, he's like, oh, I'm gonna take you to get, I forgot the name of it, but it's like some type of Latin background, not Mexican food, but something like it. And the name's like Pus or Papa Pope. I don't know, like some type of food. I don't know, but yeah. So I was like nervous because I'm just like, oh my god, we're seeing each other in person. I knew he had a mullet, but in his pictures, his mullet looked good. Like, you know how some white boys have mullets, and it's just like, or like not even white guys, some men period have mullets, and it's like. But in his pictures, I was fucking with it. And then he's like, oh, I'm here. And I'm like nervous because it's kind of like a janky place. But don't get it twisted. I got them things, plural, on me. You can play this game, but don't play me. I get out. Mind you, look like a bad bitch. I think I had a wig on. Did I have my bust down on? I don't even know. I think I did, but I was looking cute. And I saw him, and I was just like, one thing about me, if you don't match, or if there's no correlation within the outfit, because you could wear a completely different color everything and it would come together. But when he did it, I was like, bro, what the fuck are you even wearing? So we go in there, and it was just awkward. Like, he was quiet and I was kind of quiet, but we eventually started talking, and I was just like, okay, he's cool. I think we saw each other again like the next day, and this went on for about like 3 weeks. Like, we would see each other, he would come over or I would go over there, and he was like really nice. Like, he would get me food and stuff all the time. Then all of a sudden he just started acting weird. All of a sudden he's not texting me back, but he's viewing my story. That's the quickest way to piss me off. If we're texting and you purposely leave me on red and I see that you leave me on red, or like if you just ignore my messages but you view my story and post on your story. How do you spell your middle name again? Yeah, because why the fuck are you playing with me? Like, don't do that. So then all of a sudden he was just like, I think we're moving too fast. And I was like, what are you talking about? What have we done that's moving too fast? And he's just like, I don't know, like, we're just texting every day, and then I've seen you more than twice in 10 days. Like, that's just too much. Mind you, every time we hung out, he was the one who wanted to see me. Like, one time he wanted to see me so bad that he like gave me gas money to go and see him. Like, he wanted me to see him that bad. And mind you, I didn't even want to, because I was just like, bro, I just want to chill. So what do you mean we're moving too fast? Okay, I'm done. Like, I can't. So yeah, we stopped talking. So that was like in a month. Like I said, I don't keep them around long. And that's the point of your 20s, I guess. Like, if you are dating in your 20s, you're just seeing who is vibing and who's not vibing twin. But yeah, that was him. Then shortly after this guy, I matched with another white guy, and his name, he went by Emery, but I don't remember what his real name was, because he told me his real name, but I don't remember what it was. He is a fine white man. Like, I think he looked better than Travis Kelce, because, you know, the girls is so obsessed with Travis Kelce. I don't even think he's fine, but he was fine. So we had matched, and we were like talking a little bit, and then like it just died down. And he would like swipe up on my stories and stuff like that. And I thought he owned, or he was like a partial owner of like a roofing company, I think. And he was like an hour away from me, basically. He like worked a lot. He was always busy, so there was that. But I remember he would like swipe up on my story. He said something complimenting on my story, basically. And then I was just like, oh, you're all talk, like, because he would say stuff like, oh, let me take you out, and it would never happen. But he was like, okay, fine. He's like, I'm gonna let you know I'm a man of my word. I made us reservations Wednesday at 7 p.m. Be ready. And I was like, oh my god. Mind you, he picked a place, and it was like a bougie place. He probably takes all his bitches there. And I had to like get really cute, you know, I had my slick back bun. Makeup was, you know, I look snatched. Yeah, during the date, he was really nice, but he was just like kind of quiet-ish. And it was kind of loud in there because there's like an accident, and so all you heard was sirens. And then I think it started raining outside, and we were sitting right by the window, so all you heard was rain. And I felt like I was yelling, but like I was so nervous, like it felt like my throat was closing up because I was nervous. And he was like so preoccupied on his phone because like he was partial owner or whatever. I don't remember. So he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, and he's like texting. And so yeah, he had like a really good lips too.
I'm getting horny.
Ooh, I miss him. Why was he crazy? So on our first date, he was like, sorry, I'm running behind, like I'll be there. And I'm just like, damn, okay, like I'm still looking for parking anyway. And then like I remember when he's like, oh, I'm here, this big ass brand new Toyota truck, it was nice too, it was like parking behind me. And then like, you know when you like go up next to a car so you can like reversing it behind them. I mean, I don't know, because I can't parallel park. I only got lucky because there's nobody in front of me or behind me, so I could just like pull into it. So like when the car gets next to me, you know, I live in America, so I'm automatically thinking somebody's about to shoot my car up. So I look, hi Tommy, hi fat man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you got drool all over me. Yes you did. Okay. I looked and it was him, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so scared. I was like farting in my car. So we like walked together to the restaurant, which is like around the corner. It's like in a really nice area. Like I could just smell the 800 credit score in the air. And so yeah, we went to dinner, and then after we just like sat down and we were just like talking outside. Mind you, he's like, sorry I'm late. Like they were taking forever to count cash, and I was like, oh, at the bank? He's like, no, I just bought this truck like cash before I got here. I was like,
damn.
So you're saying I'm about to be a housewife? Like, you got money. He had money. So I thought that was attractive. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a gold digger. After that, we were just like sitting, and he was like, oh, let's just sit like on the bed of my truck. So he like lets down the bed of his truck, because we're like, I'm like leaning and stuff while we're talking outside, and he like picks me up and sits me on his truck, and I was like, you got money and you're strong. Like,
help! My pussy's gone crazy!
Yeah, so then after that we were like texting and stuff. Then like the next time we hung out, mind you, like me, unless my back is feeling skinny and I need to big it up real quick, I might go to a drive-thru or something at night. But unless I absolutely have to, I'm not driving at night. Because one, like, yeah, I got glasses, but I don't know, like I don't like driving at night. I just don't. And then I always think somebody's gonna shoot me. Mind you, I'm in the suburbs, but that don't mean shit nowadays. Like I just don't like driving at night. So he would always get home late, and mind you, he lived like 45 minutes away from me. So like by the time he'd be ready to like hang out, he'd be like, oh, like he never asked me to come over, but like just the thought, like I don't like being out at night, period. So he like came over. Well, the first time he came over, I actually think it was like the first and only time he came over. Maybe he came over twice. I really don't remember. But he had came over, and we went to Chick-fil-A, and then we came back to my spot, and we like went swimming. So I wore the skimpiest swimsuit that I could, and he was like eyeing me, and I was like, Then we like go back inside, and we like watch a movie, and then we like walk my dog too. So as we're walking my dog, he comes clean about his criminal past. Like he's like, yeah, I've been in and out of jail like how many times, I lost count. Like thankfully my parents had like a good lawyer. In my head, I'm like, a black kid could never say the same sentence. Like he was telling me shit like, yeah, this motherfucker stole mine. And he was like, oh, let me borrow it. But then he's telling people like, oh, this is my gun. Like, that's not your gun. And so I had to like pull up on him by myself one time and like go up to him. And he was like, he like set the guy up. He was like, yeah, there was this girl. Mind you, he liked black girls. So he was like, yeah, like I had this girl, or my girl like set him up, and like they were sitting in the parking lot, and I like went up to the door and like pistol whipped him, and I got my gun back, and he's just telling me his criminal history, and I'm like,
I'm in danger!
but he's just telling me, and I'm like, oh, so you have anger issues and stuff like that. So he's just telling me that, and I'm just like shocked. Like I'm genuinely shocked. And he's just like, but I'm not gonna tell you that. And I'm like, well, you might as well tell me everything. Like just, I don't know. So he was like a white boy gangbanger basically, but he had the money and the parents to like get him out of trouble. But he was a mama's boy too. He told me he was a mama's boy, and I was like, oh Lord. And he was like, oh yeah, show my mom your picture, she thinks you're pretty, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Then like sometime that same week is when things ended, and he's so sassy for this. It's like, oh yeah, get off, I should get home today around like 8-9 o'clock, you should come through. So I'm like, okay, but that's like an hour drive, especially at night. Like I'm gonna go slower at night, and I hate the highway to like the city he's in, like the highway leading to that city. Like I just feel like my car is going to explode. And he didn't live in a bad area. Like he owned his home, he was a homeowner, but he lived in a nice area. But I just didn't want to drive, and I was just like, oh, like, well, can we wait till this weekend? Like I don't really like driving at night, and then he just like snapped. He was like, you're always talking about, oh, I'm too busy for you, and the times that I keep trying to get us to get together, it's always an excuse on your end, but I pull up. Okay, first of all, this is literally your first time asking me to hang out. Okay. The other time you asked me to hang out, I think I already had a plan with my friend or something, so we couldn't hang out. Like I'm not one of those girls that's gonna cancel plans to hang out with a dude. And so I was just like, OMG, calm down. I was like, it's already late. Like I have work early as fuck o'clock. Like I am not trying to do that. And he was just like, well, this isn't gonna work then. You're lost, bye. And he sent like the peace emoji, like I don't know why I laughed, because it was like the white peace emoji. And then he unadded me. And I was like, well, I guess his anger management classes ain't working, because he literally flipped out like that over me saying, it's gonna be late, can we hang out another time? Like, okay, so like I wasn't necessarily upset. I was just like, damn, what the fuck? Like, mind you, we never even, you know, did the do, which I don't know, I kind of wish we did. So that was, let's call him Emery. That was Emery. And then this was a year ago, around like May, March, or May, April. So then that means the other white guy was around like March-ish 2023, and so this Emery guy was like May-ish 2023. So yeah, that was Mr. Anger Issues, aka Emery. So I've come to peep, because I've dated 3 white guys total. They got anger issues. Like, instead of breaking up with women, you know, white men love to just murder their whole family and the dog and then themselves. Like, so I feel like I dodged a bullet with those 2, because the anger issues were angering. Like, I ain't got time for that. So I'm going to end the video here, because I'm about to go back to sleep. I also started watching the anime Nana, and it's good so far. I love it. Like, it's so realistic, I guess you could say, because most anime niggas got powers, they fighting with swords and shit. It's not relatable, but like Nana, I'm like, okay, I can kind of relate. Like, it's funny. Anyway, thank you for watching. Again, I really appreciate all the views that I'm getting and the new followers. Let's try to get to 300 followers by the end of May, and it's the end of April right now. So what's today, the 24th? So I will see y'all in my next YouTube video, and I will try to do it this weekend, but I ain't gonna make no promises. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.